Hi everyone, I'm Liz, and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for Flosstube episode 57. Welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for another Sunday Flosstube video. It has been 2 weeks since I've been here, and I've been to 2 retreats in those 2 weeks. I have a lot of whips. I have a lot of FFOs. Trying to think what else. This table is crazy. I have so much I want to say. I have so many notes. I know I'm going to forget stuff, but I'm going to try. I'm already starting it off weird. Hi, welcome back. This is a channel about cross stitch, about quilting, about any other crafty endeavor I take up during the week. This week, I'm focusing all on cross stitch. I do have some quilty stuff, but I'm gonna save it for next week because otherwise I think this video is just like gonna get out of control. So, yeah, so I'm gonna start off with just like my normal finishes and whips, and then I'm gonna do a segment on the Quilter Station retreat that I attended last weekend and the Friend Stitch virtual retreat that I attended yesterday. So 2 weeks ago, I had never attended a retreat. As of today, I've attended 2. Both were great. Obviously, the Quilter Station retreat was like a traditional in-person, lots of people, classes, designers, you know. But anyways, I'll do a whole segment on that because I met so many wonderful people. It was a really, really good time. And from what I've heard from other people, because this was my first retreat, like this was an elite retreat. And so it was great. So I'll talk more about that. Has anything fun in my life happened in the last 2 weeks? Other than the retreats? Not really, just work. Getting excited about wedding planning in a couple weeks in Las Vegas. And oh, the most exciting news. So my sister Allison had her son Ben on September 13th, no, 13th, because we were joking about how he's going to get a Friday the 13th birthday, you know, sometime soon. So yes, baby Benjamin Oliver Higgins. Sorry, Ben, I'll remember your name. So sweet little baby Ben was born, and of course my sister, when she got home, put him on his name quilt and took some pictures of him and the kids, and it's the best thing that's ever happened. It's all I wanted when I made that quilt. I'm like, I need a newborn baby on that quilt. So yeah, she made that happen for me, and he's adorable. He is the softest, squishiest, most petable little baby. He has a full head of hair that's like the softest thing you've ever felt. He's beautiful. He looks so much like her oldest son, Charlie. Just Charlie had like very light blonde hair, and Ben has super, super dark brown hair. So it's very, very cute and funny how much they look alike, but just, you know, opposite coloring. So, yeah, that was the most exciting thing that has happened in the last 2 weeks. I have a new little nephew to squish on. So Allison's doing well. They're back home, and I think she said it was the easiest delivery. So good for her, because he was a big old baby. He was our biggest baby. But yeah, he's so cute. So Anyways, okay, I think that's my life update. Let's get into cross stitching. So FFOs, I have 4 of them today. They're all smalls. And 3 of them, yeah, 3 of them were starts and finishes in the last 2 weeks. So who even am I? But let me start with the one I don't have here physically, which is, I'll put some pictures I took on the screen, but I'll link the video below. It was a gift I made for Situation Normal, Kathleen. It was her birthday 2 weeks ago now, September 8th. Now I'm forgetting. Sorry, Kathleen. But it was her birthday very recently, and I decided I wanted to make her a tiny little gift. And so I wish I had grabbed the chart. Oh, I think I've already put it away, but it was from the chart Homewards by Prairie Schooler, and it's this tiny little Friends pillow, and it was super hard to give away, but like I can't make a Friends pillow for myself. So Kathleen, I sent it to you. I changed the colors to just some overdyes that I loved, and I knew Kathleen loved blues, so I wanted to incorporate that pretty blue in there, and then just to kind of use that rusty red, and then I used some Lady Dot velveteen on the back. I hand tacked rickrack to the edges. It's the first time I've done that. I just did like a little tiny, I used a matching color thread and just did a little whip stitch at the end of each point of the rickrack, you know, like I kind of just skipped from point to point. If I do it again, I'll take a video of it. But yeah, it was just, it's just a super cute pillow, and she got it and she showed it off in her video, I think on Monday, in her most recent video, she showed it, and it's so little. So anyways, that's my first FFO. And then next, okay, so for the Friend Stitch retreat, we had some pre-stitching, which was just a little tiny sampler. I posted about it on my Instagram because they were going to do a finishing class as part of the Friend Stitch retreat. And so I did my pre-stitching, and then during the class I finished my little piece into the FFO. So here, I'll hold it like this so you can see like the scalloped edge. And that's so cute. So this was called Autumn Sampler by Bent Creek and Heart and Hand. And they called for just DMC colors. I used just some overdyes I thought were pretty. And I stitched mine on 36 count. I think it's fog. I think I had said sand on Instagram, but I was looking at it and this is lighter. I'm pretty sure this is a leftover piece of fog. But anyways, so the called for was 32 count. So you can see there's a little, there's just a little bit extra border around mine. I just wanted to stitch one strand on 36. And so there's a little bit extra border here and a little bit extra border here, because my piece wasn't the exact same size as if it was on 32 count. But yeah, so Mona Bost, who I think she works for the Silver Needle in Tulsa, she's like the finisher. She did a finishing class for us, which was great. Just how to mount your piece with batting and attach the Lady Dot trim, and they had these little boards custom made for us. So cute. So now it's just sitting up in my hallway with all my other fall and Halloween stuff. Okay, so the next piece is also a retreat piece. This was from the Quilter Station retreat, and I made a scissor fob, my very first. So here is the front side. Here is the back side with my initials. I'll go through the whole retreat stuff later, but this was part of the Chessie and Me project, and I just felt in love. Her model, especially of this, they were just so gorgeous and so cute, and so I just really wanted to start with this little guy. And this taught me some new techniques. I learned the nun stitch for the first time. She uses the nun stitch all the way around both pieces, so that way when you sew it together, right, like wrong sides together, you just sew it together, you can take all this linen off the sides right up close to the edge, and it won't unravel. I think I could probably even trim it down closer, but I'm a little I'm just leaving it like this for now. And so then there's just the teeniest amount of stuffing in here. And then I also put a nickel in here because Linda told us that she uses a quarter in hers to weight them. But I held a quarter and a nickel in my hand and I was like, they weigh about the same. And I didn't want to put a quarter in here. So I put a nickel. And so now it has like some nice weight, and I put it on my favorite pair of Ginger scissors. And so now I've got like an adorable little scissor fob. I sent my sister pictures of it in our group thread the other night. And I was like, look, I made a tiny pillow to keep my scissors company. And everybody's like, what is that? So then I was explaining a scissor fob. Yeah, so that is another FFO I had this week. Okay, so the last one was Miss Fortune by Satsuma Street. And I showed you this last week in my haul. I got this from Carla at Cobweb Corner. And I was like, ooh, I might start this today. Well, I did. And then this just became my couch project and just sat on my coffee table all week long whenever I had a minute to stitch on it. It's just super easy. Even though I like stitching in hand using the sewing method, and you can't do that on perforated paper, I still really enjoy stitching on perforated paper, and I can't explain it, but I like it. So this one was just super fun to work on during the last 2 weeks, and I got it all done a few days ago, and I finished it. I fully finished it, and here it is. How fun is that? I love the different colored sequins. I love that it's on the black perforated paper. So I don't know, it just looks so cool. And so I made this just a little ornament, and right now it's just hanging on the doorknob to Rob's office as like a little Halloween decoration. So I backed mine with wool felt that I had. This is the closest color I had. I have mostly Christmas colors of wool felt, so that's fine. So it got this kind of blue color, and then I just used some DMC as the little hanger. That's what she suggests in the pattern. And I took a video of myself fully finishing this, which could not have been simpler. And I think the video, like, if I had left it unedited, it would be like 15 minutes. It's super simple, but I'll put it in there for you guys. So basically what I did is I cut around my stitched piece, making sure not to cut in directly into any of the holes that had threads in them. So I stayed one hole away all around the perimeter. And so once I had my piece cut out, I laid it down on wool felt and traced the shape, and then I cut out the wool felt just inside that traced line so it would just sit right inside the edges of the perforated paper, so it wouldn't be viewable, you know, or visible from the front. So yeah, I'll let that video play for you guys and enjoy. Okay, so let me show you all my other whips, which are all samplers, I think. Well, mostly samplers. So the first whip that I worked on, this is the one I worked on the shortest amount of time, just a couple of hours, but I will show it to you anyways. It's my labor for learning, and I really am getting so close on this one. I need to keep this one out and finish it. And here is where I'm at with labor for learning. Just kept working along that bottom floral border. Just need to round up this side border and then the over one for the little lady's head, and there's like a butterfly, and I just keep putting off the over one, but I'll do it at some point. I'm stitching this one on 36 count Nougat by Seraphim Fabrics with all of the called for overdyed floss. Okay, so next up, this one I actually took to the retreat with me, and I worked on it I think just a couple hours at the retreat, and then I started switching to like my retreat projects. But I worked on my Birds of a Feather Sally Spencer. And it was really fun because so I was sitting next to Steph at the retreat from Just Keep Stitching, and she had her Birds of a Feather reindeer piece. I can't think of the name of it. I don't know. It's the reindeer with the alphabet. It's really pretty. And so we were like, you know, working on our out of print Birds of a Feather and comparing notes, and they're both gorgeous. So I made a little bit of progress on Sally. And here she is. Just almost completed that third row of alphabet. And then I think once that third row is complete, I'm officially halfway. So, I mean, honestly, the sampler is not that big. I know I can finish it. I just need to work on it. But I have so many things I want to work on. When I get to like the retreat projects, you'll understand why I'm like all over the place. Okay, so this is on 36 count vintage sand dune from Lakeside Linens. And I'm using most of the called for colors. I think I changed the white to something brighter and one of the blues to something darker. But other than that, it's like very much in the spirit of the called for colors. I just needed to make them work on my fabric. So that's Sally Spencer. Okay, so my next whip is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This chart is so gorgeous, and I was like waiting for it to come out last year because I remember seeing it when it was like the exclusive retreat piece for one of the cross stitch retreats, and then it came out and I was obsessed and started it right away, and I got pretty far, but I put it away probably in February last year and just haven't worked on it since. And I was like, you know what, let's keep going. So here's my Winter Rose Manor. I spent a lot of time bringing this border down and a lot of time on the house fill-in, even though it looks like nothing has been accomplished. But that house is gigantic. So I always feel like doing that when I'm back here. I was watching Frizzy Lizzie Stitch's Flosstube, and she was talking about the eternal struggle of doing Flosstube, where you're like, what do I do with my hands and my arms when I'm showing a piece? I was like, I relate, girl, because I just hide behind mine and then like creep around the side so I can see what I'm doing. So I get it. Okay. I made myself laugh too much and I'm kind of losing my voice. I'm gonna cough a lot. There's gonna be edits for coughing. Okay, anyways, back to this. I'm stitching this on 40 count Brenda's Brew by R&R, and I'm using all of the called for colors except I brightened up my white so it would pop even more, because this is, you know, supposed to be a snowy piece and I really wanted a brighter white. So I think I'm using Toasted Marshmallow by Classic Colorworks instead of Roasted Marshmallow by Gast. They're very different whites. But yeah, I love this, and I definitely want to keep this out and get this done by this winter season. It'd be great if it was done by Christmas, but I'm not going to put that pressure on myself right now. I just going to keep chugging along on this. Okay, so these next two are new starts from Friend Stitch yesterday, and so I'll talk about Friend Stitch. Friend Stitch was created by Heart and Hand, which is Cecilia Turner, and the Bent Creek sisters, Elizabeth and Marcia. I'm blanking on their last names. But those three ladies created Friend Stitch as a virtual online retreat. And they created it actually before COVID. It just became, I think, much more of like a, okay, great, yes, virtual retreats because of COVID, right? But they were telling us like the story of how they created Friend Stitch and why, more information about like themselves and how they got into stitching, how they started their design business. So anyways, it was really great. So I signed up, I did the afternoon session yesterday, which was, I think, about 4 hours, and it included, you know, different classes, like a finishing class, some different specialty stitches classes, kind of like a shopping trip, and a how to like set up and decorate with cross stitch, which was really cute. And we got 2 projects, like 2 kind of exclusive projects as part of the retreat. And so I started both of mine because I was like, it doesn't count as a whip. I'm starting it in a retreat. Except it totally counts as a whip. I was joking about that. Steph and Pam were in my afternoon session as well. And Steph's like, Pam said the same thing. This doesn't count as a whip. She's like, Pam, yes, it does. Whatever, it's fine. I have 2 new whips. So the kind of big, well, let me start with the smaller project. So there was a smaller project that is adorable, and it is the Friend Stitch Owl. How cute is that? I think they said that Cecilia technically designed this, even though it's, you know, under the Friend Stitch umbrella, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Anyways, like, it's adorable. What you can't tell from this photo, though, is how it was stitched. So this is all new to me, and this is all included in our kit. It is stitched on 18 count, what did they call this? Or is it just linen? 18 count linen by Witchelt. So this is some chunky, this would be like 9 stitches per inch, right? This isn't like 36 count. This is 18 count linen. So it is quite a chunky weave. It feels like burlap. It's so stiff. None of these things are usually my jam, but I went ahead and started it. So they call for, and they gave us pearl cotton, DMC pearl cotton. And so I cut my skein. They showed us how to, like, you know, cut up the skein. And you just use one full strand, like one thick strand of this. You don't like separate it or anything like normal DMC. And like, I know I'm telling you all this and y'all probably have worked with pearl cotton. So you're like, I get it. I've never ever used pearl cotton ever. So I started my chunky owl. It's going to be big, like with this thread and this size of linen, but I think it's cute, and I'm definitely not going to stitch like this on samplers or big projects, but for this little small, I was like, yeah, oh my gosh. And look at the little easel. Mona was telling us about her easel finishes. And I think she said she has a tutorial on her blog, so I need to go find that. But anyways, so I started my Friend Stitch Owl, and I will finish him this way unless, because I have been able to use the sewing method. This stuff is stiff, but I have been able to use the sewing method, so it's fine. It's just that, like, when the stitches are this big, I swear I get like 10 stitches per length of floss. I'm like, time for a new one. But whatever. So that is the first Friend Stitch project, and I guess a new whip. And okay, the next one. This was like the big project, and this is called An Autumn Gathering, Let Joy In. And here it is. It is just like fall in a chart. And I love that it like leans heavily on red too, because I'm like such a red person. So the fall colors are beautiful, but I also love like the big red heart and the red and the flowers and stuff. I love this square up here. So I decided to start this during the second half of the retreat, and I just started in the bottom right corner. So I just have a little bit done over here. And yes, there is my tiny little start down there in the corner. And so I decided I didn't order the fabric. So I guess last year they kitted everything with fabric, but then, you know, a lot of people like to stitch on different counts of fabrics. And so this year they had the fabric as like a separate add-on item. And so I went ahead and didn't get, it was a 32 count vintage country mocha, which is great, but I didn't want to stitch on 32. So I picked from my stash this piece of 40 count Stars Hollow blend by R&R. I had a fat 8 of this, but I think this piece is going to fit just on the bottom half of this, so I can't wait. It's super cute. And so of course they gave us all of the flosses. Let me make these look pretty. Nicole, I am not. So he gave us all the flosses. They're just gorgeous. They're all weeks. And then they gave us this cute little floss tag or zipper pull. It has a little clasp on it, so you can put it as a zipper pull, but I just wanted to put it on my thread ring. So that's the little Friend Stitch logo. I thought it was so cute. And what else did they give us? Oh, they gave us a super cute, like super nice, well-made little notebook. They called it a jotter. So it's just like, you know, for taking notes and things. It's like super high quality. That's the company that made it. But love that. Of course, we had needles, floss, the buttons that go on our charts. They gave us some candy corn because they knew, they were like, you're going to need a snack in an hour or so. They were right. It was great. Oh yes, of course, all the finishing supplies for this little guy were included. So yeah, Friend Stitch was so fun. So kind of the way it works is just like a big Zoom meeting where, you know, the designers are kind of like the main stage and the rest of us, we have our videos on and there's a chat where we can chat with each other. But it's just like the designers like presenting items to us and us watching classes and things, and just everybody's like, you know, sitting in their craft room or sitting in their easy chair, stitching away as we watched the presentations. And then a lot of people were in the chat, chit-chatting with each other. A couple of you chatted me, hi. So yeah, it was a lot of fun and I highly recommend it. So follow Cecilia, Heart and Hand or Bent Creek on Instagram, and they post about it. That's how I found out about this new version of Friend Stitch. I missed the Christmas themed one, but this was the fall themed one. And yeah, just follow them on Instagram and you will see kind of like when they start posting about it again, because I'm sure they'll do this, you know, again in the future. So yeah, that was Friend Stitch. Okay, so now I want to get into my Quilter Station retreat. I have this bag that they gave us filled with all the stuff I want to talk about. So settle in. Let me get everything situated and then we'll go through that retreat. Okay, so I've like emptied this bag and made a mess on my table. This is the bag they gave us the first morning we walked in. Cross Stitch Extravaganza. If I'm honest, I had no idea that's what the name of this retreat was. We all were just calling it the Quilter Station retreat, but apparently it was Cross Stitch Extravaganza 2021, hosted by Quilter Station. So we got these big bags and they all came with these super cute little handmade notion pouches. So cute. So I got this watermelon themed one that I love. So thank you to whoever made this. But I guess first, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out where I'm going to put everything as I talk about it. Let me see. Okay, so let me start at the beginning. So I flew in to Kansas City on Thursday afternoon. The retreat was Friday and Saturday. So I flew in the day before on Thursday afternoon, and Pam and Steph, like okay, let me back up. When I heard about this retreat, I found out about it through Farm Girl Michelle Rudy's Patreon. I subscribed to her Patreon, and she posted, hey, there's going to be a retreat at Quilter, or hosted by Quilter Station these days. These are the designers. And I was like, I want to go, but it's in Kansas City, which, you know, isn't nearby me, right? It's, how do I describe this? I was scared, or I was nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't know I don't know anyone else who's going to go. So like, am I going to sign up and do this by myself? Because I texted my mom, but they had my cousin's wedding 2 weekends before, and my sister Allison knew she was going to be having her baby sometime around, you know, that weekend. And my mom's like, oh, you know, I don't think I could go. So I was like, oh God, like, am I going to sign up and do this by myself? I don't know. I was like really nervous about it because I've never gone to a retreat. I'm not the kind of person that just like goes and does things by themselves. I like to have a friend, you know? makes me sound so dumb, right? I just, you know, it's like you get you're like nervous. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go do something by myself. Okay, so whatever. I talked myself into it and I was like, these designers, you know, so it was Liz Matthews, hello from Liz Matthews, Beth Twist Heartstring Samplery, Linda from Chessie and Me, and Blackbird Designs. And I was like, Blackbird, you know, Blackbird Designs. So I was like, Elizabeth, you're signing up. So I signed up. I was like, just do it. You'll figure it out later. Just sign up. And so I did. And I'm glad I did because it, like, you know, sold out immediately. I told you guys about it. Liz Matthews mentioned it. And then, you know, it was sold out. So I'm so glad I did. It was amazing. And what I did to kind of like prep and make myself feel like, okay, I'm not going to be like completely alone, is when I found out that Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching were going, I DM'd them and I was like, hi, can like we be retreat friends? Cause like, I wanted to feel like I was going in with like friends, even though I met the most amazing, wonderful people. And I know you guys would have let me sit with you, but you know, like, you don't know that going in. You're like nervous and you're like, I want to know somebody. And so, you know, I love watching Pam and Steph. Steph and I chit chat a lot on Instagram. And so I was like, Steph, can like, we please be retreat buddies? Like, I wanted to have a friend going in and have somebody to sit with and eat lunch with. And she was like, yes, duh. And I was like, okay, great, thanks. And so anyways, in the lead up to the retreat, we were getting all very excited. And, so we had made plans like Thursday when we all get there, like, let's go get some dinner, catch up, you know, meet each other in person. And so that's what we did. So I got there. What a long, boring story about how I'm a nervous Nelly. But anyways, that's what happened. We went out to dinner Thursday evening when I got in, and it was great. They are both just as they are in their videos. Their relationship, the way they like, you know, nitpick at each other and obviously like love each other, is hilarious and fun. I made it like my whole goal the weekend just to keep Pam like laughing, just because she has such a fun laugh. She is the cutest. Anyways, so Pam, I was like just trying to be your personal comedian that weekend. And it was just so fun to meet them in person. Steph is so funny, so cool. She's been doing like retreats and cross-stitch stuff, right? Like for 4 years now. So I was like, you're my cross-stitch Sherpa, my retreat Sherpa. And it was just so fun to hang out with them. So that's what we did Thursday night. And then Friday morning, met up with everyone at breakfast. Well, I guess I should say Thursday evening too. I went down in the lobby and met tons of stitchers. I met Kindred Stitcher, Lisa. I met Lori, Textilist, Carol, Saltbox Stitcher, Michelle Rudy, Farm Girl. I think Lisa, Prims on Greenway was down there. There were just, and then just tons of other stitchers who don't have floss tubes, like Diane and Kathy, and I'm trying to remember who else was down there that first night. Anyways, so I just met like tons of stitchers. And I was like, okay, I'll see you guys in the morning. And so then our first day we had Liz Matthews in the morning. So let me gather the Liz Matthews stuff and show you what that was. Okay, so we had 4 classes over 2 days. So a morning and afternoon, both days. And the designers would pass us out, you know, projects. And it was like Christmas morning every time, except even better than Christmas, it's like kitted cross-stitch projects. Because I don't know about y'all, but Rob is not buying me kitted cross-stitch project. I guess if I told him exactly what to buy, he would. But, you know, it was the best. And so Liz made us. I'm sure it'll be released eventually. But for us, for right now, we all have this reproduction sampler called the Pink Cottage School. And that is the antique that is on the cover there. And we saw it in person. It's gorgeous. She modified the design slightly to remove the over 1 stitching and change the verse. And so that's kind of the layout of the reproduction. But yeah, gorgeous. So this was our first thing from Liz. And then they all kind of brought a project that we could work on like right there in the room. And so Liz, sorry, everything came in these little, well, Liz's stuff came in these bags. And so Liz had this super cute project. Sorry, everything's everywhere. I'm not very well organized. So this is the Pink Cottage School motif project. And so basically she had these fabrics custom made with birds and butterflies. And you can see I've already started, I started working on mine, so I was cutting stuff out. So she had these custom printed fabrics, and she custom printed the bottom of the sampler. So she stitched the bottom half of the reproduction and had it printed onto fabric, and then gave us these birds and butterflies to cut out and attach. And then was showing us different like hand embroidery techniques. And so I started right here, and I was just using teeny tiny little X's to embroider my birds on. I haven't gotten to the butterfly and the other little bird, but I did that first one. And then for display, she was showing us, you know, kind of how you draw in, like you do your lacing and pull in the back. And then she gave us a backing sheet that we can cut out and put on the back to make the back all nice and pretty, which is really cool. And she gave us like some threads for embroidering and yeah, and the hoops and everything. And so yeah, we just all had a lot of fun playing with our little layouts. Some people lowered this so they had more room to do, like they were actually like embroidering and backstitching words and stuff. But I love this sampler, so I just wanted to put the most I could fit of this and then add a few of the little birds and butterflies. So that was our Liz Matthews class. Meeting her in person was so great. She is super smart, pretty, fun. We had a lot in common. We spent a lot of time together on Friday night. So she taught Friday morning, and I think felt like, you know, the sense of like adrenaline and relief, you know, a wash over her when she was done, because she was really nervous, but she did such a good job. You could not tell she was nervous. Like Steph was telling me, oh, Liz is so nervous. And I was like, what? She seems fine. Like she was great. I was joking around with her that I was going to like wolf whistle and cat call and like just kind of heckle her because I was in the front row. Hopefully that made you laugh and relax, Liz, and not more nervous. And you weren't like, what a pain in the ass Liz is. I meant it in love. Anyways, so that was super fun. She's just really great. And we had so much fun hanging out Friday night, stitching. Well, I think we like barely stitched. It was more just like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 let's chit chat and how's everything going? So Liz, I wish we had had more time to hang out, but you know, you're welcome to come visit. We can stitch poolside. Anyways, so that was Liz Matthews' class. It was great. Next up was Chessie and me. So let me get that stuff together. Okay, well, somehow I'm missing the cover photo to the Chessie and me project. I have another little photo. I don't quite understand what I did with it. I'm sure it's back in the living room. I was working on this. So anyways, okay. So the second class in the afternoon on Friday was Chessie and me. I think her name is Linda Lautenschlager. And so the project, this is a photo of, we have this little piece and then this needle roll, which the cover photo shows the actual outside of this, but this needle roll and then the scissor fob. And so the scissor fob is what I had made already and showed you guys. So her class project was this paper mache house to paint and distress the paper mache house. So it was ready to stitch your cross stitch piece and finish it on. And so I kind of had a feeling that I might not be able to fit that paper mache house into my suitcase to make it home. So I didn't paint mine in class. I was like, let me just set it off to the side. If I can manage to put it in my suitcase and get it home, I'll do it at home. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit the paper mache box. Everything else fit in my suitcases and I did carry-ons. And so I didn't want to have to check a bag just because I couldn't fit that paper mache house in my bag. So I'm going to get online and get myself a paper mache house. You know, I'll do that later, so that I can do this finish. But that's the only piece I don't have to show you that I couldn't make it home. But lots of other people who went to the retreat have showed off their super cute little paper mache houses. So that was kind of like the project. And so I just ended up stitching on, I think, my Sally Spencer, or no, I didn't. I immediately started my little scissor fob, and everybody, excuse me, everybody was coming up, was like, you're already starting on that? Are you going to have it done in this retreat? And I did actually manage to stitch the whole front and outline the back during the retreat. So I almost got it all done. And what else do I have? Oh yeah, so let me show you the rest of the project. So she gave us this super cute thread card that had all the threads we needed for the projects, as well as an extra skein of cinnabar, because you can see I'm already out. So need a lot of cinnabar for these projects. And then she gave us the linen, which let me see if I have the linen, Old Stationery by Seraphim Fabrics. So as you can see, I have cut off my scissor fob when I finished it, but the needle roll itself like will fit across here, and then the like little square piece up here, and then I don't know, everything you cut really close to the edge to finish. She does like nun stitch on the edges, so you really don't need margin. So this is enough fabric for all of the projects. And she gave us like a layout of like how to lay it out on the fabric, which was so great. So that was our project from Chessie and me. And then she gave us this super cute little like thread holder. I think you like wind threads around it like a for a project, and it's her cat Chessie. I think Chessie 2 is what she said. Compliments of Chessie and me. So super cute. So and then also she gave us wool for finishing the needle roll, and this is the backing, I think, for the piece that goes on the house. So super cute. Okay, so then we had Beth Twist, and she gave us this beautiful project, which are these 3 little pillows, and it's called Flowers for Bees. And they're so sweet. And so she gave us a piece of fabric to do all 3 on. And she also gave us a layout if we wanted to do them all as one piece. But there's also enough fabric to do them as the 3 pillows. And I can't remember, I think she said this is a Kitten Stitcher Sun graham cracker fabric. Yeah, graham cracker fabrics, and it's called Sugar Cookie is our color there, and it's 36 count, which is just my jam. So I loved that so many of the projects, all of them, yeah, well, we got cross stitch fabric from 3 of the designers, and they were all 36 count, and I was like, yes. And so then Beth gave us this beautiful packaging with all the flosses. It's a mixture of Weeks, Classic, you know, all the overdyes. And then she gave us the Lady Dot trim, the eyelet chenille, and then backing fabrics for all 3 of the pillows. If we want to finish them as pillows, we got the backing fabrics. So this is just like a complete, you know, stitch it finishing kit. Beautiful. So this was great. Beth was super cool. She brought some super fun, like inspirational kind of like wildflower and bee books that were really interesting. She had a whole trunk show set up, and all the designers did, had trunk shows that were just beautiful, and it was just fun to see her models in person, because I don't feel like I don't know that the stores I've gone to have had a lot of her models, and so it was super fun to see them all stitched up. And I have a couple of her patterns that I haven't started yet, some of the Biscornus that were stitched up that are beautiful, so I really want to start one of those soon. And then, I mean, these are just beautiful, so I will definitely start some of these soon. Oh, and then she also gave us, so cute, so her son stamped the metal to create this little stake, and gave us wildflower seeds. So how cute is that? So I can't remember, where did she say? I think she said in the fall is the best time to plant wildflower seeds. So I'm gonna need to toss these around my flower beds and see what happens. I'm not a gardener. We'll see if anything happens with these. But anyways, that was Beth's session. And then our last afternoon session was Blackbird Designs, and Alma Allen came to see us. So let me gather all that and I'll show you what we got. So I'm going to take this out of the crinkly plastic, but this was our project we got in class. So let me open this up. To be honest, I don't even know how I didn't start this, but it's probably because I was just obsessed with my little scissor fob and I wanted to finish that. But we got 2 super cute projects from Alma, and this was Fall Gathering, which is a little squirrel and his acorns. And then we got Delicious Autumn, which is like a little sewing bag in fall themed, and it is so cute. And she had both of these projects finished in person for us to look at, and so she gave us all the supplies. So we got a piece of 36 count Wren from Picture This Plus. We got, that'll do both of the projects. And then we got backing fabric for the little sewing bag, and rickrack for finishing, and is it nylon ribbon? I can't remember, whatever this little, like, you know, hand-dyed ribbon is for finishing. I think that's like the drawstring for the bag. And then all of the threads that we need, which are just gorgeous. So I am very excited about this kit. Maybe this is what I'll start today while watching football. A little squirrel and his acorn. I don't know. And then also she gave us this super cute, teeny tiny little book that's like little red samplers. Let me open it all the way up. Look how stinking cute that is. I don't know, did she say if this was like just like a vintage reproduction of something? I don't know, but it is Petite Alphabet. It's just super cute. And yeah, I loved this kit. So thank you, Alma. She did a little talk like for probably like 30-45 minutes at the start of our class, and she talked a lot about her buddy Barb and just the fun they had together, and she told us some hilarious stories that I'm under strict instructions not to repeat. So I won't, but she told us some great stories. She is so funny and just generous with her time, and you know, she let everyone come up and take pictures with her and chit chat with her, and I think she's aware how much we all love Blackbird Designs and wanted to speak to her directly and just tell her how much we appreciated, you know, everything that she makes and everything that she does. And I mean, all of the designers were so generous with their time. Like everybody, you know, was walking around the room and letting everyone, you know, bombard them with questions. And, you know, it was a great setup. We were all in these like long rows, like kind of like a classroom. And Steph and Pam and I were kind of the last ones in the door because we were still eating breakfast when the doors opened. And so that's how we ended up in the front row. But we loved it because the trunk shows were like right in front of us. So we had like the perfect view to just stare at everybody's pretty stitching. The designers, when they gave their, you know, talks, were like right in front of us. We could see everything, hear everything. People who wanted to come stop and say hi, like had a little bit of room in front of our table to like stop and chit chat. And we were able to like, you know, just hang out with people. And, it was so much fun. I would just say, if you were nervous about going to a retreat, just do it. It is so much fun. And the person who I ended up sitting next to on the other side of Steph, like Steph and Pam were over here, and the person on the other side of me was Joanne from Portland, Maine. Hi, Joanne. She came by herself and was nervous just like I was, and we ended up getting sat next to each other and had such a good time. She's so cool, so nice. I love seeing all of her stitching, and then we even ran into each other in the airport, which was so nice to have somebody to sit and talk to while I was waiting on my plane that got delayed and delayed and delayed. So Joanne. Thank you for keeping me company for like 45 minutes. I appreciated it. So if you hear, okay, I know it's hard to hear about retreats. Sorry, I have more Blackbird designs, but I'm like, I want to talk about this. So I got a lot of DMs about like, how do you even find out about these retreats? How did you know? Like, I wish I could have signed up. I know it's so hard. I don't know how to find out about retreats except to just say, you have to kind of like be plugged in. Steph mentioned this on her recap. You have to be like kind of part of the Facebook groups, part of the Instagram community. You kind of have to just be like plugged in and following shops and designers and people who host retreats and that kind of stuff. The way I found out about it is because Michelle Rudy, who hosts the like Midwest Cross Stitchers retreat, she found out about it from the woman at Quilter Station and let all of us know about it. And a lot of us from her Patreon went and signed up. That's how we found out. So I know about StitchCon and like signing up for StitchCon through Steph and Pam, right? I'm sure you all do too. And other retreats. So I heard about Needlework Galleria for the first time this year. That's, I think, happening this next weekend, right? I don't know. Anyways, but like, you just kind of have to keep your ear to the ground. I don't know. There's not like an easy way. It's just based on, you know, shops and whoever's hosting it, disseminating that information. Right. So, sorry, I don't have a better answer. I know I didn't know how to find out about retreats, or I still don't. I just kind of like keep my ear out and I'm like, what? Huh? Okay. And so now I'm going to for sure be like looking around because I had so much fun that I definitely want to do this again. Hopefully Quilter Station will do another one next year. I think she said they're planning on doing maybe 2 next year. So if I hear about that in time, for sure, I will be at the next one because it was a great, great time. So, oh, okay. But I also forgot Alma wanted to give us some of Barb's older charts that were out of print. So she had, I don't know if these were printed up specially for us or if these were just old stock. I mean, they're brand new charts, but I don't know, you know, when they were printed. But she gifted us 3 designs that Barb had designed. And this one is called Garden of Life. Just gorgeous. Let's see. Does it say when these are from? (2006). This one's from 2006. Quaker Garden, which is a loose feathers pattern. Quaker Garden. This is the one I want to start immediately. I love this. I think she said, is this one from 2009 or something? 2006. So 2006. And then this one, I think she said, yeah, 2002. This one is Sweetheart Sampler. And I really feel like I would do this in a red. I love that. So yeah, that was really, really sweet and generous of her to give everybody just 3 extra charts that she knew we would all like. And we were all like, yes, please. So, yeah. Okay. So that was the retreat. Other than that, okay, I'm gonna, let me check my notes to make sure I haven't forgotten everything. Oh yeah. So Saturday night, so we had, 2 Beth Twist and Blackbird samplers on Saturday. And then Saturday night, we all really wanted to go get some barbecue. And so Pam and Steph and I, along with Diane from Colorado, Joanne from Maine, and Stacy from Kansas City, we all went to Jack Stack's barbecue and it was great. I am from Texas, so, you know, I know good barbecue. It was great, but, you know, it wasn't the best I've ever had. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna piss off everyone in Kansas City. Sorry. It was good barbecue. It was really good. It just wasn't like, you know, it like didn't change my life. Oh, I might have to cut that out. I don't want everybody mad at me. Okay, anyways. Besides that, I met so many wonderful people and I am definitely not gonna remember everybody's name, but I just want to say hi to Roxy and Lenny and Barbara and Kathy and Jordan and Ginger and Lisa and Tammy and Carol and Barb. Did I say Barb? I wish I could remember everyone. Guys, I had so much fun. Thank you to everyone who came up and said hi. You made my day. Thank you for everybody who wanted a picture. That was so fun. I had such a good time. Thank you to everyone for making my first retreat just magical and fun. I mean, I never stopped smiling or laughing or chatting. I was like, I knew I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this. And so many people came up and brought gifts. So let me find all the gifts and show you a few things. Oh my gosh, Ray, I forgot your name. Ray brought us this teeny tiny little needle minder. It's like bling for your stitching. Thank you, Ray. Also, Kathy, the morning of the first day, like said hi, gave me a gift, and then like disappeared. And I was like, wait, where'd you go? And so, so I opened it up Friday night and went and found her on Saturday. But she gave me this tiny little ring holder. It's from Brighton, that like really pretty brand. And so yeah, it's just like the world's cutest, tiniest little ring holder, and I love it so much. And she's like, I got you a tiny one so it'd be easier to take home. And thank you. It's so cute. So anyways, so that was from Kathy. Lenny gave us these super cute little like scissor, is it a scissor fob or like a thread tag? Like you can just hang it on whatever, right? Like a project bag. And so it says Stitch on it, which is super cute. And this little Lori Holt crochet flower. Oh my God, so stinking cute. Let's see. So many people had floss cards or floss tags. I think Mama Loves You GB, Michelle started this trend, and so many people had, they're all like all over the place, but so many people dropped off so many fun and different kinds of floss cards, and thank you. I love this. So I've got like a big hole punch, so I can hole punch the bottom of these and then use these for like my DMC and stuff. What else is in here? Oh yeah, so Judy, hi Judy. Judy had come to one of my virtual meetups, and then I got to meet her in person in Kansas City. So she gave me this super cute little like kind of thread bling, or you know, could be a scissor or a zipper pull or something, but so cute. I picked one. She had like a whole lot of them, and I picked this one that has a bee on it, and I think it'll match super well with my Beth Twist bee projects. So super cute. Oh yeah, and then who is this from? I don't know if it has a name on it, but oh dang, I should have written down your name. But she dropped off floss tags that were already punched. So cute, all fall themed, with this super cute fall ribbon. And oh my gosh, these little charms. So this is a measuring tape charm. So hard to see. And then a little iron charm. And a little skein of DMC, all tucked in to this little floss away bag. It's just like super cute. I can't remember who gave this to me now. I don't see a name on it. So if it was you, tell me in the comments, please. Thank you. Okay, I think that's all the gifties. I don't know. I've still got a pile of stuff in front of me. So if I come across more, oh wait, no, I already found more. Okay, Hollis Hands Creates gave us, she has an Etsy shop, Christine. Hi, Christine. It was fun to meet her in person too. And my project information. So she gave us these project cards, and then again, I don't have a name on here, but somebody gave us these little handmade floss tags and a little needle threader that has a magnet on it, so it'll like attach to your needle minders and stuff. So much fun stuff. I also got to give away not all, but a lot of my needle minders. It was really fun. So I had mine on my tag, and then I don't know where I got a second one from at some point during the weekend. But so it was really fun. A lot of people were either wearing them or had them on their name tag. And I was like, yeah, my stitch squad. That was really cute. So I'm glad people enjoyed them. That was really fun. I also bought a bunch of stuff while I was there. Sorry, I'm talking fast now because I have been filming for so long and this video has gotten away from me. Okay, so haul. I bought some charts from the designers' trunk shows. Chessie and me. So I was just watching Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, Lisa Smith, who is so great, so tall, so pretty, so cool, has the coolest whips, and just so nice. Hi, Lisa. I love meeting you. So anyways, we, she had mentioned that on her video that she hadn't seen a lot of Chessie and me models, and that made her want to buy the charts. Same. I think I have one Chessie and me chart that I like, but I had never stitched it. And I just, yeah, I thought her charts were cool, but like, I don't know, seeing them in person is like another thing. And I bought several charts from her because the models were gorgeous. So I bought this one called Chessie's Make Do Sampler, which is, it uses multiple pieces of fabrics embroidered together to create the piece. So I think I will try to do it that way. It looked so cool in person. I love these trees. So I got this one. And then I got, this is just like gorgeous. The finished pillow was amazing. So it's called Sarah's Basket. And this is actually from a larger sampler that I'm forgetting the name of. Lisa L Snaps on Instagram. She was there. She was showing me, she had the chart for the sampler, but I'm forgetting, does it say what it was for? I don't know, but it's from like a larger sampler, but I was like, I just want this. This flower basket is amazing. So I got that chart. And then I got 2 Liz Matthews charts that I had my eye on. So this was one of her brand new releases, Bittersweet Village. I just think it's so cute. And then I got the Dutch Sampler collection. The model for this one, the smaller version, was there in person, as were the little smalls, and they're just so pretty. The colors are so soft and muted. And I met Stacy, who was Liz Matthews' model stitcher for this chart, and dang girl, you did good. Like, her stitching is impeccable. These models looked amazing. So that was really fun. She was there. Yeah, so at some point, I don't know if realistically I'll do this, but I really want to do the small version. So super cute. Okay, and then I also went shopping at Quilter Station and I got some wool applique because I need a new hobby. So from Buttermilk Basin, I got this pattern, which is just this little round table topper, Christmas table topper that I thought was so cute. And so I bought some wool felt in some reds, and then this kind of like little mix of greens and reds. And then I just need to get a few other colors, and I really want to make this thing for Christmas. So I got that. And then I bought cross stitch fabric. I actually didn't buy any quilt fabric from Quilter Station. When I'm fabric shopping, I either like to buy stuff, like if I have a project in mind, or I like to buy like bundles and kits for later. And they actually didn't have a lot of bundles and kits of quilting fabric there, which I thought was, I don't know. I mean, that's just, I guess, not their thing. Like, they have hundreds and thousands of bolts of beautiful fabric. I just didn't, I mean, first off, I had carry-ons. And so I was like, if I had a project in mind, I probably would have bought some stuff, but I decided to focus on cross stitch fabric, which they had so much good cross stitch fabric. I'm assuming they like geared up and prepped for us to be there, or maybe that's how much they always have. But if you're in the Kansas City area, go look at their cross stitch fabric. I got Fox and Rabbit Fossil in 36 count. Sorry, I don't want to take them all out of the package, but Fossil, Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit, 36 count. And then Fox and Rabbit Warata? I don't know how to say that. How do you say that? Warata? But this super pretty rosy pinky red. So that is the Fox and Rabbit, which I've never stitched on, so I'm excited about that. And then I got a fat half of Picture This Plus 36 count Wren. Just such a good neutral. I love 36 count Picture This Plus. It's my favorite to stitch on, so that's what I got. Oh, wow. Okay, and then on the last day, I had time to kill before my flight. And I found the cutest little quilt store in, what was the city called? It's like a little suburb right near the airport. I don't remember. I'll put the quilt store name and some pictures up on the screen. I am totally forgetting what it was called. Dang it. So cute. And I wanted all the fabric in there, but I knew I didn't have space. So I just bought a pattern from them, which is the Sew Together bag. And so the Steph and Pam each had one of these. And I don't know if Pam's was there, and I saw Steph's, but Kia B from Kia B Flosstube, she made these bags for Pam and Steph, and I was like, I need this pattern. And so a couple other people actually in the room had this bag too. And so when I saw they had the pattern, I was like, yeah. So I really want to make myself one of these sometime soon. So looks, you know, complicated and crazy and right up my alley. Okay. I think this is where I'm going to have to leave this video because it is getting out of control long and I want to be able to get it uploaded for you guys today. So I think next week we'll revisit quilts because I have quilt stuff, haul, and I'll show you some little gifts that I brought for a few people at the retreat. Yes, so I think that's where we're going to leave it. I will be back with you guys next Sunday. And, but 2 weeks from today, I will be in Las Vegas doing some wedding planning. So there won't be a video in 2 weeks. I'll remind you again next week, but I'll be back here next week. And yes, I think this is how I'm going to leave you guys with the most insane mess to pick up. And, I'm going to go watch some football and edit this video. Okay, hopefully this wasn't too all over the place. Thank you guys so much for joining me and listening to me talk for an hour. I appreciate it so much. I hit 11,000 subscribers this week, guys. And now that I'm saying that, I'm realizing I have giveaways to give away that I have forgotten about. Hold on, this video isn't over. Okay, so let's do a giveaway. I had 2 charts last week up for giveaway, the Prairie Schooler, Santa's Night, and Heart and Hands, Ye Old Crow. These were very kindly provided by Carla at Cobweb Corner as a giveaway for you all. So Santa's Night goes to Crazy for Cross Stitch. I'll put it up on the screen. So please email me your address and I will mail this chart out to you. And then the winner of Ye Old Crow is Kim Esman. Kim, you are the winner. So go ahead and email me your address and I'll get this sent out. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I've forgotten. I really hope not. Consulting my notes. Oh, there is more. Cheryl, you sent me a lovely card this week, sympathy card for my cat Birdie. I appreciate you so much. And Laura, oh my gosh, so lovely Laura. Oh, it's under everything, that's why I missed it. Sent me this lovely, lovely envelope full of goodies, including, look at that Cricut collection. You guys know I love a Cricut collection. And actually, we're going to have a Cricut collection themed giveaway next week. So come back for that because, yeah. Anyway, she gave me just some gorgeous ones, and some I know are duplicates, including this one, this drawn thread I have. So this will go in a giveaway sometime soon. Oh my gosh, there's just so much goodness in here. This one I know I have, so this will have to go in a giveaway, but this little harvest, yes. Oh, and even this flea market souvenir, I have that one. Anyways, oh, and this one is one I want to stitch. I love this one. It's Leela's Studio Quaker Welcome, a Quaker Welcome. How stinking cute. So, that was my happy mail this week. Laura, thank you. I know I sent you an email, so hopefully you saw that. But thank you so much for thinking of me and offering me up these charts. And I'll pass on the love to a few of you guys with some of these in upcoming future giveaways. Okay. Now, no matter what I've forgotten, I will include it in next week's video. That is the video for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you always for your encouragement, your support, your kind thoughts, kind words when I'm going through a difficult time. The last couple of weeks were hard. I just appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.